Hey guys, what is up? Swim here, and this is my website. This is swimstream.com, and basically, as of now, it has a bunch of Runeterra tools that are going to help you hopefully become a better player. A lot of you guys are very familiar with my card ratings because I spent about like 2 months theory crafting the game before it came out, and I had a spreadsheet that effectively got turned into this. This is the card ratings sheet where you have, this is, always completely up to date, my list of individual card ratings that I'm constantly tweaking and constantly changing, right? So basically, literally, like every day after I end my stream, I think to myself, okay, what goes maybe up 1 point, what goes maybe down 1 point, making sure that everything is going to be up to date. You can see here, the score is basically like 10 for, these are top cards, as you can see, and 5 is kind of lower. E and B means it's like budget or expedition, and F means it is bad. So effectively, you can go through. A lot of people are always asking me like, what to substitute in any deck, and usually I answer, well, it really depends on your collection. If you look at the card rating sheet, if you have something in your collection that's fairly powerful, that would be a good slot in. And obviously, if you have something closer to like kind of the mana curve or the timing that you're trying to like fit in, then that's important too, for sure. So basically, it's just a way for you guys to maybe like take a look at a lot of the cards and, try to build your own decks as well. With a lot of comments just talking about how different cards can be used. The biggest upgrade to this over the original spreadsheet was I can actually have the card images. Wow, look at that. And this is basically the entire reason I built the site. I was fed up. I had a few different website projects in the past, actually, some of which you guys don't know about. Like, for example, I had one for Artifact that I had to cancel because Artifact died. And then I did this spreadsheet for Underlords because I was just like, fuck it. I can't do another like full project. It's just too many resources, too much time. And then I did the spreadsheet for Legends of Runeterra, and I was like, you know what? I really want card images on this thing, basically, right? Like for you guys who actually like want to use this as a resource, knowing card names is like really like, I don't expect you to memorize every single card name, and I don't want to type out all the descriptions. Actually, I guess I should have done that. I'm really lazy about it, so it's easier to just like, have all the pictures in here instead. Okay, so this is basically just like my card rating sheet. Then we've got my deck tier list. Right now, we're probably going to make some edits to this. This is actually, I think every time I make a change, it updates in like within 15 minutes or something. That's how the site is designed. So when I change something on the back end, it only takes 15 minutes. And this is actually, I've tweaked the like comment section of this a little bit, and I'll probably be adding in, some more stuff. But basically, this is where we're at right now for deck tier list. I will be probably reformatting this. I don't know exactly how I want this to look, but this is going to be like some kind of like meta snapshot style thing. This page I expect to start looking a lot better. I'll be honest with you. This site is sort of still a work in progress. Like, I mean, it's public and you guys can use it, but let me put it this way. I'm not happy with how this tier list page is. I want it to be a lot more advanced. Like, because that's what I am. I'm a deck builder guy, right? Like, I want to have a lot more lists. I want to include a lot of lists that aren't my own. I want it to be like more like an actual true meta snapshot, right? With like, mini guides and stuff like that. And a bit more information. So this one is gonna be useful for now, but keep tuned because I think there's gonna be a lot more coming to this one. Okay, then we've got the matchup helper. It's a pretty cool tool. Basically, the idea is when you get into a new game, you select the opponent's regions, and it'll tell you, what are the most important cards to be playing around in general. And I'll probably have to add a couple of cards to this as well, as like my card ratings have gone up and down. But basically, like, let's say, I'm against a new opponent, and they're Freljord Shadow Isles. So I select Freljord Shadow Isles, and I'm like, okay, yep, a lot of reactive cards. These are things that are going to be good to play around. Keep in mind Rasa, like when they hit turn 7, they could have this card. They likely do. So I'm thinking, and you can hover over to see comments. It says, play around this from turn 7 onward. Either have less than 2 units or try to play weaker units to protect the larger ones, right? So it's like, as soon as it hits turn 7, I'm thinking to myself, okay, there's Rasa. So we have to think, if he has Rasa, could he make a sacrifice? I could probably play 1 unit before my attack, because if he tries to make a sacrifice, I can then attack before he gets the Rasa down, right? Like that kind of thing, right? Obviously, like Avalanche is like, this is like one that I think everyone at this point knows to play around, but there's a lot of cards that, especially when you're new to the game, is really important to just keep in mind might be options, right? And then when you're done with your match, you just go ahead and clear, and then you can go on to the next opponent and select whatever they are, right? And lastly, for now, we have the hypergeometric calculator. Now, if you watch my stream and you see me like building decks, you have seen me use hypergeometric calculators a lot as a probability tool. Basically, the way this works is really, really simple. It's just a calculator for determining the probability of your odds of drawing a certain card based on a certain number of copies, based on a certain point of the game. So it goes by cards drawn. So that's going to be 4 plus the number of mulligans plus the turn number. That's it. Because 4 is the opening hand. So let's say number of mulligans is often 2. I think that's just a fair average, 2 mulligans. But different decks will have like 3 or 4 mulligans if you really want to find the maximum odds. Let me show you this by finding maximum odds of finding Fiora as a 3 of. So for like a real build around, like if I'm doing it all in deck, hard mulligan for Fiora, that's going to be 4 for the opening hand plus 4 for the number of mulligans, right? So that's 8. And then turn number. Well, let's say getting her by turn 3. So that's 3. So that's going to be 11 if I'm mulliganing 4 times. It's only 9 if I'm mulliganing twice. But let's say I'm mulliganing 4 times for Fiora. Cards wanted, 3 copies of Fiora. That's what I want. And we go ahead and calculate that, and we can see it is a 63% chance to get at least 1 copy, and a 17.8% chance to get at least 2 copies. This actually is a very useful tool for deck building. I use this all the time. Now, hypergeometric calculator is something that you can find on other sites. You've seen me use it on other sites, but I've never really liked the interface. This is a bit cleaner in my opinion, so I'm just going to be using my own from now on, basically. But it's a really powerful tool for any card game player. Even if you're not going to use it on this site, I would recommend using a hypergeometric calculator in general for deck building. And then there's the expeditions page, which, as you can see, it just says coming soon. To be perfectly honest, I actually might rework this page. I might do something else. I'm not sure. Plans are a little in flux right now, but that is where we're at right now. So that is the site as it is. Like I said, this is an early version. If you want to check it out, you can go to swimstream.com. But, obviously, there will be major improvements to the deck tier list moving forward. So I'm pretty excited about that. And yeah, that's it. I mean, that's all I wanted to tell you guys. All right. I will see you guys tomorrow. Peace out, boys.